Hello, my name is Hayden Uzelac, and this is my submission for the Boone United Methodist Church New Market 25th anniversary video. So the first question is, what were my earliest memories of BUMC? Well, you have to keep in mind that I was actually born in December of 1999, and the church opened in the summer of 2000, I believe, so I have essentially spent my entire life attending Boone United Methodist Church. But my earliest memories were attending preschool, the BUMP, or bump as we called it, for a couple years. Also, Vacation Bible School, I did a few of those. And sometimes during the summer, I would go with my mom to work in the church office for a few hours, or sometimes get out of school to just help with her. She would do stuff like count money and stuff bulletins, and I would kind of do my own thing just to see how it operated. So, yeah, I would say those are my earliest memories. Okay, question 2. How do you believe Boone UMC has changed you as a follower of Christ and as a person? Well, I would say that Boone UMC has definitely been very central in establishing my faith, whether it's lessons from attending Sunday school as a kid or just listening to the sermons. And there have been a lot of takeaways that I've made and have really thought more about, and I guess establishing myself as a person. But not just because of that. I think more the person thing comes from all the friends that I've made, whether through growing up with Sunday school or Club 45 or stuff after school or VBS, and really into more of the older people in the congregation. I've definitely made a lot of friends and connections, and I still follow a few of the former pastors on Facebook. I remember Jason Biasi, David Hockett, Lori Beth Huffman, and of course Ed Glaze, our current pastor, are a few that I have come to know well, and I still check in with on Facebook from time to time. So I would definitely say that the church has played a crucial role in establishing several relationships with people in my community. Question 3 says, what are your favorite memories of life at Boone UMC? As a youngster, I did mention VBS, but I would say one of my other favorite memories was that back to school barbecue, and I enjoyed playing on the inflatables whenever they brought those out. And I also did mention working with Mom in the church office, which I sometimes still do, just to check in with the people in the office. But recently, one of my favorite memories I've done with the church is all the volunteer work and creative work that I've done. It started out back in 2012, I believe. For VBS, I helped out as a crew leader, and then for a couple times I helped out on stage and with certain activities regarding VBS. I didn't really do a lot of it in high school, maybe because of other obligations, but I would say those two. But another of my favorite memories happened just last year. It's something that I feel like I'll always treasure, and that was the mission trip that members of Boone UMC took to Selma, Alabama in April of 2024. Me and my dad, Doug Uzelac, were a couple of the people that came. And for those who don't know, Selma, Alabama was hit by a tornado in January of 2023. I think it measured as an EF2. And we were there primarily to help repair homes that had been damaged by the tornado, but it also gave us a chance to spread God's love to that community and I guess strengthen our own bonds that we had. I really got to know a bunch of people at Boone UMC a lot more because of that trip. And that was a good experience also on the creative side for me. So I helped create a Canva presentation documenting our trip. I took some photos, I wrote some text, so I basically worked on that like every night. And I later wrote a letter to the churches of the Alabama West Florida United Methodist Conference, serving as a call to action of sorts to send their own mission teams to Selma. And for other creative work I've done with the church, in the summer of 2019, after my freshman year of college, I worked with Dana Davis, our music director, to help organize a database for the sheet music for the choir. And that was one of the first little jobs that I was paid for, and it provided some valuable experience. And also, on our end, of course, Hurricane Helene hit in September of 2024. I did help out with the recovery some, took some frequent trips to church to carry over supplies, but on the creative side, I helped organize a little video for where a lot of people in the congregation, I interviewed them, recorded video and everything, prepared some questions, and they basically talked about what their role was with hurricane recovery and how they see the church going forward. And I ended up getting a special recognition in the credits for that, and I appreciate Kelly for that. And it was definitely a fun project. And again, I feel like with all that's been going on the past few months with rebuilding after this natural disaster, it's really strengthened the community bonds and I guess made us stronger than ever, I suppose. Okay, question number 4. What do you think Boone UMC does well? I would say that what the church does well is providing a welcoming environment that's not just open only on Sundays. Of course, I talked about the preschool that I was part of and some of the after school programs, but not only that, I think a lot of it has come from the Because We Care initiative, especially with the Thursday night dinners. I got the chance to interview Jacob Pennick, for our chef, for one of the hurricane recovery interviews. Also, what Becca Wood and others are doing with the bilingual program, teaching in both English and Spanish. So yeah, I would say those programs are definitely a good example of what the church does well, and not just doing like typical church things, being only open on Sunday, but somewhere that's easily accessible for the rest of the community and they can come in anytime. And yeah. Question 5 says, what are your hopes for Boone UMC's future? I would say just keep being a welcoming and supportive environment for not just Boone, but the whole high country. I know this might be a little cliche in saying this, but it does feel like we live in dark times, and some say it's only getting darker, but really encouraging all these people, and especially maybe those in underrepresented communities in our hometown, just invite them in and make them be aware that God loves you and has a plan for you. And also, well, Jesus said to go and make disciples of all nations, and I see it as being more like a be the light or a source of hope to the rest of the community, encouraging others to go follow and check it out too. I feel like we've been doing a great job with this already, and it has just been a blessing to be able to call this church a home for the past 25 years. I'm grateful for all the people that I've met, even if it's a visitor or like a summer visitor, or only if they stay for a short time. But it's just been, this church has just been like a second home to me, honestly. So that's it for my submission. And yeah, thanks for watching.